Just one touch and I'm lost inside your love. Just one touch means more than words can say. Just one touch and I know I'm gonna stay for always.
All right, welcome everybody. Everybody knows that intro's on, so hey, we got a special guest today. We got the Witch Goddess on, and
Nice.
it's going to be very exciting. And real quick, we're going to start interviewing the Witch Goddess, but Voynich, he never gave us the answer to the chess, and I told him that I'm going to have him jump on real quick and give us our answer to chess.
Yeah, hey, tell me, I gotta grab coffee. So that's perfect timing. I'm gonna get coffee, and so I'm gonna put you guys on speaker and tell them I want to know what's up with the chess, man. No, you guys still hear me?
So let me explain to the Witch Goddess what we're talking about is I don't know how much you know about the Mandela effect, the Mandela effect community. We talk about a lot of new stuff that maybe appears or stuff that people don't know about. And Voynich was a guy who was on our channel last week, and we were talking about the game of chess.
Okay.
And we asked him, there he is. So Voynich, before you give us your answer, I'm just explaining to the Witch Goddess about why you're giving us an answer. So the question is, when you checkmate, who do you checkmate, the king or queen? Me and my brother remember growing up, we checkmate the queen.
Right.
So we asked Voynich, what did he remember about the chess game? And over the weekend, he's supposed to go study and try to figure out what his answer. Have you ever played chess before?
Oh yeah.
What do you remember about who do you checkmate?
The queen. It was always
the queen.
Okay.
So right now, checkmate is the king. To win the game, you got to checkmate the king. Yes. Yes, it's the king. So
it's scary.
Now with Voynich's, I can't remember what part of the country he's from, but there's always like a 2-second delay or like a 3-second delay with him. So Voynich, can you hear us?
I don't see him on the couch.
Yeah, I can clear.
Hey, we're ready for your answer about your research on the king and queen. So, all right, you're on.
Yeah.
Tell us your answer.
Okay, that's the question that we got up about, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I know that Eric Wood and Robert Wood they played chess. You guys, just like I, into the game. Actually, we didn't know the game. I mean, to be honest, I know I didn't. I think you didn't either, and I think Robert didn't either. Though we played the game, I was not. I don't. Please, my English leaves me. I do not grant myself authority to this, actually. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know chess, but I also I also recognize myself being wrong about the rules of chess. So I cannot say truly that I know for sure that it was about the queen and it was not about the king. Because I also remember games being played with just a king and 2 other peons or 2 other, right? So and being able to play a game with just the king and 2 other parts of the series is impossible if it's all about the queen. So, but you have a witch goddess, and we're talking about the queen being.
No, that's fine. I mean, Spark Lady, the Interpret Explorer, she remembers the queen. So a lot of us remembers the queen, and I know in my heart it's the queen, not the king. And then someone else wrote, queen can checkmate the king, and it's usually not alone. And then, yeah, the point is killing the king. I like that. So,
50,
okay.
man.
Okay, so that's cool. So, Witch Goddess, you have a channel? That's your YouTube name, right? The Witch Goddess. How much are you into the paranormal? Do you do like investigation research, or how much are you into the paranormal world?
Very, very deeply. I've been doing paranormal investigations probably over 20 years. Started. Oh yeah, I don't look like what I should. Thank goodness. I started out when I was probably in 9th grade in high school, and I've always been interested in the paranormal world, just based on my own personal experiences. As a child, growing up, all the weird shit that happens all the time. I didn't know what it was at that point. I did to a point, but when you're dealing with the paranormal, it's very particular to you. So if you have a paranormal experience and I have a paranormal experience, and it's technically the same thing, we're going to perceive it as two different experiences. So trying to figure it out and do the research into it just kind of really put me down that rabbit hole and got me into where I am today. So when you're dealing with the paranormal, trying not to have that closed frame of mind where, oh, well, I know this, I know that, because the Mandela effect happens to everybody, whether they want to admit it or not.
Yep.
And when you're going through and learning all these different things that suppressive society really doesn't want you to know and learn how to do, it puts you into different dimensions. And for me, I jump into different dimensions. And when a new Mandela effect comes up, for instance, it's funny that you mentioned the queen right now, because part of the problem that we're dealing with right now is y'all are men, and I don't care, but it's the suppressive male energies that are coming into society right now. So it would make sense that they would switch from the queen to the king, because they want the king to be the last man standing.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah. So in my heart, it's always the queen. Like when I play chess, it's always the queen. I don't really care who I'm playing with. You're going to play it my way, or I'm just not going to play with you, because that's not the rules. That's not the rules that I know.
I love that. One thing I love about the paranormal, Mandela effect, even flat Earth, even UFOs, even Bigfoot, that all these communities have one thing all in common: open minds. Because you gotta have an open mind. If you don't have an open mind in any one of these, then why you're even there? Trolls that watch a show, if you don't have an open mind, why are you there? I'm just trying to discover new things. Like Mandela effect community, I noticed religion is a very big thing. Yeah. And I'm always thinking, if I go on a paranormal search, which I've done some graveyard walks and some things like that, that if I hear and find something, can that be the proof for me that heaven and hell does exist? Maybe there is a heaven, because your soul has to go somewhere, right? So if you hear a voice, if you hear spirits, is that somebody's soul that has to go somewhere?
That depends. Yeah. It depends on the energy that you're dealing with at that moment. When you're going on an investigation, you can go cold, where it's just you and you're walking in and you want to kind of see what you personally will experience. You can also go in with different equipment, video cameras, EVP equipment, electromagnetic readers, mediums, psychics, things like that. And then you're kind of going through the energy of something else in order to experience that. So as you go, say you're walking into an investigation, and you don't have anything, it's your first time, right? And you've got other people there with you who have a couple of different things, and they get the beep, 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 beep. but you don't feel anything, you don't see anything, all you see is something moving. You know, you're not going to really get much out of that because you're not experiencing what they're experiencing. You're not holding the object. Same thing with the medium. You're not experiencing what the medium says. But when you start to hear the disembodied voices, you know, they're with you. When you start to hear knocks on the door, the wind starts picking up during a certain conversation that you're having. You know, a dog starts barking right next door for no reason. There's nothing there. Or if you have a dog with you and they just start barking at something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the different experience is particular to you. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you don't have an open mind about this and you're going into it with a skeptical, you know, mind frame, you're probably not going to experience anything because you don't really want to. Same thing goes with fear. If you walk into it and you're going in there to, you know, you're scared shitless and you're just like, oh my God, something's going to happen. You know, you're probably going to get more scared, but you're not going to experience something that is going to make you, you know, shoot yourself or something like that. So, and that's just the way that works. But you've got ghosts, you've got spirits, hauntings, you've got entities, you've got demons, you've got angels, you've got telekinetic energy, poltergeists, yeah. And it really all depends on the energy that you're dealing with at that time. Now, I always recommend going into an investigation with some history on the place.
Can I please ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it. Ask a question.
Because you seem to make a difference between ghosts, angels, and all these other things, and poltergeists. Now, I've encountered some poltergeists, or poltergeists encountered me. I don't know. But how do you make this difference between an angel and a devil and a poltergeist or a ghost, or how do you do this?
How do you define how do you define a poltergeist versus a ghost, demon, saint? That's a good question. Is there a way to recognize what's a true poltergeist versus a spirit and a ghost, angels and devils?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. And not everybody can do that by themselves.
Do you really know the difference? Can you tell me?
I do know the difference when I go into a house or a place and I'm doing an investigation there or cleansing. Because of my specific abilities and my ability to communicate with the different entities in my way, I can tell you exactly what's in there. But most people don't have that ability, and that's kind of when people start to get into using like Ouija boards, they start to have seances and do things on their own instead of, and they do these things on their own without really learning how to use these things and how to interact with what they're trying to interact with, whatever entity it is. So that's when you kind of get into the possession situation, or where you have demonic energy that haunts you from house to house and gets attached to you, and you have attachments. So if you're looking to talk to this poltergeist, if you're looking to, it has no soul energy. I don't agree with that. Ghosty 333 said poltergeist has no soul energy, just an event energy. I don't agree with that, because a poltergeist activity is trickster. It's kind of all encompassed into a trickster activity. So yes, you might be dealing with an event energy where something happened, like an explosion, your house exploded 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago, and you rebuilt it. So yeah, that explosive energy would be there. But at the same time, if you have somebody in your house that has psychic abilities or doesn't have control of their energy in a specific way, they're also going to put their energy into that poltergeist activity or create it. And that person has a soul. Everything has a soul. Everything has energy. So
now, Liza Silver says, what about the other people who don't believe in all those things? So I just really call all of that energy, good or bad, not necessarily ghosts. Well, it's true. I mean, not everybody believes in Mandela effect. Not everybody believes in flat Earth. Not everybody believes in everything. It's just only thing we're saying is have an open mind and listen. Now, can everybody here on this call right now, Bob and I has had near death, or we believe that we actually died once. Volinich was in a hospital where he said he saw himself floating above his body. He didn't know if that was a near death, but he saw himself. Have you ever had like a near death? And can you say maybe somebody who has had a near death can be closer to the spiritual side to, I don't know, see things, investigate things?
Absolutely. When you come out of your body, whether it's a near-death experience or you're just laying in bed and all of a sudden you can feel yourself floating above you, you are actually projecting yourself into the spirit realm. You're going through the mystic, you're going to the other side, and you're in the spirit form. So you do become closer to the other side. I'll give you an example. My husband was in a severe motorcycle accident, and he ended up in ICU for a month. He was in a coma the entire time, and he actually died multiple times. So within the first couple of days of him being in the ICU, it wasn't the worst part of it, but I went home, and we have 2 dogs, or had 2 dogs at that time. I go home, and I sit on my couch, and I'm, just sitting there giving him positive energy and thinking about the situation. And all of a sudden, my dogs come over. Now, they're twin boxers. So they come over, and they both sit right at the foot of where I'm sitting, one on either side. And their heads are right here, and all of a sudden, their snouts go like this, and they kiss. And they sit there. So to me, that was my husband's higher self, his spiritual energy, coming to me to say, it's going to be okay, I love you. So, yes.
That's cool. My brother, Robert, he actually went over a cliff on a motorcycle with, he was a passenger with 2 other people, where you should never put 3 people on a motorcycle. They know that now. But,
I had a motorcycle accident.
So actually, here's a question from Acoustic Lucidity. Sorry if I said that wrong. He wrote, I have seen a dark gargoyle type creature when coming out of a body. It was probably 9 feet tall and right in front of my bed when I came out. Scared me right back into my body. What's your thoughts?
Ooh.
I know, that's a good one.
God damn.
I guess my first question to you would be, why were you afraid of it? Was it menacing, or were you afraid of it because you weren't used to seeing a gargoyle type creature, come at you? So these energies come to us in ways that we don't understand. And what we look at and we think, oh my God, that's terrifying, is something in their world that's just how they look.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I like that Cthulhu, like when that big old flying spaghetti monster comes from the sky. It's like you see a big old spaghetti monster.
And this is great. You're actually getting some questions. Please do tell me your thoughts on sleep paralysis. Please, I suffer from that disorder for years.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Good question.
Whenever there's something that physically happens to you, I always say, make sure you consult with a doctor first before you get into the spiritual aspect.
Nice job.
Yeah, you always want to do that. That's just,
Yes.
But there are entities that, it's not so much that it's an entity. It's more like an energy. When you go through sleep paralysis and you've already got checked out, everything's okay with you, and you're still having this issue, it's generally because there's something in your life that is blocking you, and the energy that communicates with us on a daily basis, whether we know it or not, we always have our angels and demons around us. They can't get in. So in order for them to influence you in the way that they need to influence you, they paralyze you. So you can't move, you can't do anything, because they are working on your energetic body.
Oh.
Now, Zealand Roca wrote, "Speak the name of Jesus to make them flee. If you believe in Jesus, is that true? I mean, I'm just asking if somebody really believes in Jesus and say the word Jesus, can that make it go away?"
Let me tell you something. If you believe it and it is comforting to you and you have the love of that in your heart, yes, it will, because you're speaking the name, or whether it's Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad or whoever, when you're speaking the name, you're putting it from your energy out, okay? When you speak it, it happens. So to me, I would say banish, be gone, if it's something that I don't want it to be there, because that is me speaking what I believe in my personal energy coming out. If you believe in Jesus and you will speak, Jesus, leave me alone. Jesus, come help me. You're encompassing the love of that energy, Jesus, into your heart, speaking it out to stop whatever is coming and attacking you. So the answer is yes. It really doesn't matter what name you speak or what religion you use.
It's what's inside.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Cusick, about his original story, said it came at me, and then he wrote, like flew at me, like I was trying to get me.
Hey, there's negative energies out there, and they do attack. I do believe in.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Ghost 333 wrote, "What do you think about the old hag legend?" I've never even heard of a hag legend.
The old hag legend. Well, I can tell you an overall old hag situation. It's usually a very strong-minded old woman who ain't gonna put up with your shit and who gets demonized by everybody who doesn't like her.
Ooh.
That's usually the situation.
Yeah.
That's not to say that there's not bad witches out there. There are. But everybody has free will, and everybody makes their own decisions. So when you're dealing with any kind of negativity, whether it's from a legend or an entity or a person sitting next to you, it's your choice. You're the one in control. Nothing can come at you and take over you if you know yourself well enough and you have your own self-control to say, I'm not going to put up with this. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I love that. Lisa Silver said, "Very interesting. Thank you very much." I mean, thank you for that question earlier. So that's very cool. Roca, even the demons inside the lepers knew who Jesus was when he landed on the opposite shore.
Very good.
Yes, it is true. After I got saved, they came at me and I drove them away by using Jesus. I had a problem for decades. Used to R. Okay.
That works. If it works. It works.
Ghost 333. Faith the size of mustard seed can move mountains. Remember.
I do agree with that. It's really all about what you believe in yourself and of yourself. And if you need a religion to do that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need, nature to do that, it's fine. Everybody has different things and they're tools. They're just like you go to work and you use tools. It's the same thing. Whatever puts you in that mind frame.
Hey, we got Lifting the Lid in the house, guys. It's an honor to have him watching our show today. Lifting the Lid. He's Robin. He does shows on Friday. Every Friday he has a great show he does on Flat Earth. So if anybody who believes in Flat Earth or wants to know information about Flat Earth, Lifting the Lid does a great show on mixing music, videos, making it where it's easy to listen and watch. So anybody's interested, his show.
I laughed my ass off. The last one I laughed.
So he's a good guy. So thank you, Lifton, for watching. Viren is clapping. So Robin. I'm trying to find some questions here. I saw a dog last night. Okay, you saw a dog last night. Very good.
A roommate of mine saw a dog. Remember, the British love walking their dogs, and so I take a dog for a walk every night for energy. It's great to walk a dog in England. It's what people do here. And this person told me about a dog, a larger dog that they were walking in the middle of like 3 o'clock in the morning with a veil. You'll understand it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so you tell me. The veil is very thin. This person said their dog was barking at another dog that come up and whimpered with a collar in the middle of the night. And and over here, everybody's like dog happy and love. There's posters for missing dogs. People know each other's animals by name in England. They fucking know each other's cats by name, like Mr. Whisker and shit. That's just the way it goes. So seeing this dog, the person said they saw this dog, and I never saw this dog before. Saw the collar and had no idea where this dog lived. So we looked down the road, and this person was an old man walking up the road. And as the old man walked up, the dog kind of wandered off. They said, the person's like, don't go too far, puppy. You're trying to talk. Hey, excuse me, sir, your dog is ahead of you. I'm holding your dog for you. And this person said, as the guy walked by, says, what dog are you talking about? Like sarcastically, with a backpack, and kept walking. So the person said they turned around, the dog's gone. Like it's gone. And it showed me the street. So I tried to debunk where the dog could have went. I debunked. So I was like, I can't figure it. Now you're telling me the dog was right here. So I'm walking. I go, I'm going to walk away and tell me how long you talked to this person. And this person's like, no, I swear the dog disappeared. The dog disappeared. So this person's convinced 100% it was a ghost dog. They had met at 3 in the morning. It kind of whimpered. So I said, let's walk around the area. Was there anything else that you saw where this dog could have went or whatever? There was they call them a skip. It's a garbage dump thing, whatever. And behind it, they're doing road work, and there's a hole in the ground with these little things around it, And so I walked up and I said, you know what? Maybe that dog fell in there. But that dog didn't fall in that night, but that dog could have potentially fell in there. This person's convinced the dog was dead. There was no way this dog could disappear. I believe this person. Now, this person's not crazy. I believe you. I'm just trying to debunk it.
Yes, he's in a well.
Would you see?
I didn't catch that. So did you find the dog in there?
Yeah, it's a 2-3 second delay.
I said Lassie is in the well, Timmy. Lassie's in the well.
Well, this is a ghost. So this person's convinced. I said it's plausible. It's plausible because I can't find out where the dog could have. In this whole corner, this person swears. I said, okay, you're not crazy. I know this person's not crazy. I know that I looked at the terrain, the topography, and I found out where it could have died. The dog could have didn't. This person said it didn't fall into that thing because he would have heard the dog fall in there and scream. But yeah, so there's I guess ghost dogs over here where I'm at, which is kind of cool.
There's ghost
dogs. What's a skinwalker? Somebody's asking.
Oh, that's a werewolf.
Skinwalkers are werewolves?
That's what I heard.
A Ghost 333 was asking, what do you think about skinwalkers?
As far as I've heard, my understanding is they are werewolves. And I actually have a book of monsters here somewhere. If you want me to look that up. But okay, so do I believe that they actually change? I don't. And I think that's more so because of our makeup. I think that they can go into a different realm and they can go through that and change through something else. In this physical world, I don't. So I actually had an experience with this really recently. A friend of mine is native, so she believes in the chupacabra and right. Yeah. And we're walking through my gate, and it's dark. We had a couple of drinks, and my neighbor has dogs, big white dogs, huge dogs, and they're gorgeous. Here's the dogs again. So we hear this like somebody's running, but we hear it as though somebody's running on 2 feet. And we turn around, and all of a sudden, there's this huge, like, snarling snout right on the other side of the fence. So, of course, my friend screams, turns around, and throws me in front of it. Apparently I'm the sacrifice. But you could kind of see the change from the tall snout down into the white dog. So, in that instance, yes, I think that we were, I do believe that they exist. I just don't believe that the people change physically into that. I think that they can project their energy into the animal, and the animal can do their kind of dirty work for them, kind of like a bad witch having a familiar, and doing evil things through them. So. Yeah,
it's Wendigo. You ever heard of Wendigo?
Wendigo. Oh.
Oh, it's the same thing as a skinwalker, but they're like they eat human flesh.
Oh yeah.
It's a Native American thing where, like, if a human eats human flesh in desperation or whatever, then they always have that craving for the rest of their life. They turn into like a hairy monster.
Yeah.
They become a wendigo, like a werewolf, but human eating werewolf. Kind of freaking.
I think that's based on history of understanding what happens to people when they eat themselves. What happens is people become deformed. They have messed up genetics, and it happens. So there's some history behind that one.
Oh yeah.
Do you believe there's a connection between paranormal and maybe Mandela effect in a way? That there is a connection between the two?
Absolutely. Yeah. The more we know and the more information that we have and the more we educate ourselves on, what we believe to be true, the more we tweak the universe to be more what we want it to be. We are God. Each of us individually is God. We are representatives of that, higher aspect, but we work with the external portion of God, as within, so without, as above, so below. So the more you go through and you do what's called shadow work to really understand yourself, and the more paranormal research and mystical research, whatever you want to call it, you do, the more understanding you have of something beyond the physical world. So then the world starts to change. You're no longer living in that physical world. You're no longer in the 3D world. You start to go on to 4D, 5D, and so forth. So as you experience what's qualified as the paranormal, it becomes more normal to you. So therefore, you change universes. You go into different dimensions, and you change your outer world to more reflect what's on your inner world. And then the Mandela effect comes into play because all of a sudden you're going into a different dimension. So if you go into a different dimension, it's not the same because you didn't make the same decisions in that dimension. You made different decisions. Other people made different decisions. So then you're going to start seeing those little tweaks and start seeing those little differences, which it can drive you crazy, and that's why, to me, when I see a new Mandela effect that applies to me, I know that I made a decision in my life that was going to better me in some specific way. On the flip side, if I see a Mandela effect that I don't like, I know that I need to go back and figure out what I'm doing wrong because I don't like that and I want that back in my life.
Oh, nice concept. That's a good concept. That's a new concept.
Let me just answer just one question for Nachikita. He's writing, who is speaking now on the top right corner? That's the witch goddess. She has I don't know how many YouTube pages you have. I know you have that one, and her YouTube page is in my description if you want to check it out. I like, you actually have a video about doing a spell with the candles and all that. I actually show people what you need to do the spell. Do you practice doing spells? How do you learn how to do spells? Is it like a book? I mean, I'm always curious about spells. Where's it come from?
It really, he's got his wand. He's doing his own little spell over there right now.
Yes. Loomis Knox.
Spellcasting is it's a unique topic because there's you're going to see people that say, oh no, you have to do a spell like a formula. It has to be this way, that way, and it's rigid ceremonial magic. You need to follow those rigid rules and things like that. And then you're going to find people that say, you can do it any way you want to. It doesn't really matter, so on and so forth. So it really matters what puts you into a frame of mind that makes you focused and makes you already think that you're getting what you're asking for. Because that's what we project out into the world comes back to us, right? So me personally, I like working with a little bit of ceremonial magic and a little bit of, whatever the fuck I want to do. I'll kind of mix it together and do whatever I want. But learning I guess it's like the laws of nature, the seasons and what the different plants represent, what different stones represent. crystal energies, learning about, different energies in the world and why they're there, will help you work with more complicated magic and understanding how it all comes together. But when you're doing spellcasting, when you're doing any kind of requesting something, one of the main things that is very important is understanding how it's going to affect everything around you.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you say you cast a spell and you say, I want to have the most beautiful face in the world, right? Say that. The most beautiful face, most beautiful body. I want to be the most beautiful person in the world.
Which I'm already am.
Yeah, me too. I ordered that market too.
Yeah. So you cast this spell, and all of a sudden you become the most beautiful person in the world. Your body doesn't change, but you and everybody else around you perceives you to be the most beautiful person in the world. Well, now you've got stalkers. Now you've got people who want to rape you. Now you've got people who are, obsessed with you and things like that. So thinking about what you want and what the repercussions of that, not only towards yourself, but people around you, is what I consider to be the most important thing in any kind of casting.
Okay. Here's a question from Ghosty333. What do you think about the Catholic belief in the 5 levels of possession?
Can I ask you a
I don't know
question
anything about this.
Oh, go ahead, Vanage.
Vanage, go for it. What's that?
Are you asking me?
No, Vanage was saying something, and because he has that delay, it takes a little bit to come in.
I'd like to ask I'm trying. I want to ask the witch queen goddess, like, if everything or this world or this realm is like a manifestation of our so that's sort of what you're saying, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, then how did you manifest the confusion that the Mandela effect brought you? Please.
I didn't quite catch the first part of the question. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's so, because of that delay, I didn't get to hear that first part either. Bob, did you hear what he was talking about?
Okay, so
something about getting naked.
Shit, man, this. Okay, yeah, okay. I don't like this delay. It's longer than I think, at least.
That's okay.
So back at me again, it comes like 10 seconds. But okay, let's forget that. If this world is all about like manifesting our own thoughts, and I think that's a desirable to think of. I would like it to be that, but for me, it never got to be that. But since you tell us it is like that, or it could be like that, can you please explain to me how you manifested the confusion that the Mandela effect brings to us? Who manifested? Did the 4 of us manifest it? I mean, I don't get that. Anything.
I think you're asking how I manifest it for my own life. And I'm going to go back to understanding when you're doing spells and when you're thinking about different things and you take action based upon what you're thinking about. Understanding how that affects everything around you and what's in your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because when you think about things hardcore, and you're just intent on thinking about this. Whether you're doing spellcasting or not, you're going to end up taking actions that are going to complement what your thought process is. Now, being in the moment and understanding why you're thinking about that, what influences your thought process with regards to that, and how that's going to affect your actions and the actions of other people around you. When you don't think about those things, that's what creates the confusion. Because you're going to be thinking about one thing, but what's going out into the world and comes back to you it's going to change it. It changes everything around you. I don't know if I'm explaining this. Okay, good.
Well, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying, because if you're putting out if you're manifesting something, say if somebody selfishly manifests something for themselves, well, it's going to affect other people. So if you like, say you're a Coca-Cola person, not a Pepsi person. Simple as that.
I never manifested anything. If I could manifest anything.
Well, hey, how about this? Liz Silver she has an opinion, or not opinion, but she's saying, I'm wondering your opinion on dreams. They say that they tell you about your daily life. I keep dreaming about falling in a lake in my car and trying to save myself and children. Recurring dream. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had those.
Yeah.
That's a deep one.
That is hardcore. There's a couple of different options here. You could be completely overwhelmed with being a mother, and you could be having a difficult time balancing your family, work, personal, life and relationships, and you're feeling as though you're drowning. You're feeling as though you're out of control, and you can't handle what's going on in your life right now. On the flip side, you may be experiencing a past life experience through your dreams. So you may have had in your past life a situation where you did actually pass away in a car accident with your children, going off the side of a bridge and going into a lake or something like that. So if you don't want to keep experiencing this, which I would assume you wouldn't, I would suggest writing down your dreams. Keep a dream journal, because each time you have this recurring dream, you're going to get a little bit more information every time. Yeah, you got it. So keep your journal, write it down as much detail as you can, because obviously it's vivid for you to remember it. Now, every little detail that you go through, look at it and start kind of thinking about, how does this apply to my life right now? How does it influence my life? Like, what does this make me feel? And then look into areas that you can work on balancing yourself. Okay, because when we relive a past dream, or a past life through our dreams, it's coming in to remind us that whatever situation put us into that past life that made us go over the side of the bridge or whatever, we're on that same route again, and we need to stop it, because we come here to relive things over and over again to learn how to deal with them and move on to whatever we need to move on to. It's a learning experience. So try to think, what in my life can I balance out a little bit more? What do I have control over, and what do I not have control over? And stop worrying about the shit that you don't have control over.
Nice. Yeah. Eric, you have any dreams, man? You have any big crazy dreams?
My dream, I dream of everything. I mean, it could be falling off a building. I told you that I had that dream where I thought a bunch of house spiders was building a cocoon around me, and I felt like they're about to suck my blood. Regular house spiders, not black widows, not the evil looking spiders. Those little, long legs. Yeah. And then I told you I had that weird dream that our house was locked. I crawled through the window, went through the front door, opened it up, and for whatever reason, it was Santa Claus stabbing me with the Christmas tree. Now, I love horror movies. Everybody knows I love horror movies, and it's weird. And, one of the best things about our people, our community, our chat, that they share videos with each one of us. And Michael Healy showed me a 2-second video of an orb when he was filming his daughter. Now he covers his daughter with a picture, so there's no child, but he has a little orb, and I thought I'll show that 2-second video real quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you guys don't mind.
On the subject, yes. Ghosts, orbs.
Let's see.
Sasquatch.
Let's see if I can do this. Let me go here. Let me see if it works. Let me put it on. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see it.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel? What?
What happened?
I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel came on.
Hell, Jimmy Kimmel got to do with the paranormal.
Exactly.
That is so
Jimmy Kimmel.
That is so strange. There it is.
Okay, cool.
You know what? I'm giving up on it. It keeps going back to Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know why. I got rid of it. It kept showing Jimmy Kimmel. But he did a video where he was just filming his daughter, then an orb just went right across. Like wasn't even expecting it.
Maybe Jimmy Kimmel's causing the Mandela effect.
Maybe he is, but maybe because the video is 2 seconds so quick, it goes off to something else like an ad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you watch all these shows, right? Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, all these people, and I'm not saying they're real or fake or frauds, because like Ghost Adventure, I went on 3 sites that they went on to. I never caught nothing. Now they have all these fancy equipment, right? Fancy equipment, statics, all this stuff. Now, normal people like us, like me, my brother, we don't have none of that equipment. So if I want to go out, like on a graveyard or any kind of a ghost walk, is there something that I could use that I don't need this high equipment that you chose can try to capture something? Is there anything like even crazy as a phone app? Is there something that
there is a phone app. There is a phone app for you can turn your phone into one.
I actually have 3 different phone apps on mine. And can I share my screen on here?
Yeah. You wanna do it? Yeah.
Well, I also have, if I'm able to share like a video, I have a little video that shows you what you can pull up with just your phone.
Oh yeah. I don't know if Eric knows how to do that. Are you that skilled, Eric?
Let me see here.
If not, she can show up her phone itself and show the app.
Yeah, I got her on the. I got you on the main screen.
All right. Well, it's going to take me just a second because I have to connect to the Wi-Fi in order to share through the screen.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Am I able to share a video on here?
I know some other people have. Somehow they did it on their side.
Yeah, you have to do it on your side though. I don't know how you do it on your side.
I think there's a share. I don't know. I can't remember how it looks when you're a guest.
I see the share screen.
Yeah, you click on that.
All right.
And then another square will pop up, and then I click on that square. See how raw we are? We're all still learning how to do this.
Exactly. All right, share screen. Share screen, yes. All right, what do you guys see?
I just see you so far.
You see a black here?
No, I only see you.
Oh yeah, you did, right? I'm looking at the black here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play. Let me know if you guys see it.
Go for it.
You see it?
No, I only see you. There's no other square that popped up on my end to click on.
I'm looking at the entire screen. Oh, no, it says it's being shared. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't know.
Huh.
But it's not supposed to happen.
It's supposed to happen.
Oh, I think I figured it out. Bam.
Oh, there it is. There's your screen.
Yep. All right.
There it is. You're on.
Hey.
All right. Now everybody be quiet.
Let me get that bar off. Okay. Oh, get that off.
Ready?
There you go. Yes. I don't hear nothing yet. Oh, but just words.
Yeah, hold on. You hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard it.
All right.
Are there any spirits who would like to say hello?
Heard that?
Yep. Record it on iPad too.
You know where you're at?
Oh, I definitely heard that.
Yep.
It went, yes.
And I just turned myself off. And I just turned myself off. Okay.
I guess I don't want to talk for you.
Everything we said is wrong. Can you say one of our names?
Wow.
Does it sound like I say Ashley?
Yeah, your name.
Yeah. So that's a little compilation just of the EVPs that I put together using one specific phone app called Echo Box that I got. It's pretty cool. I mean, what it does is has a word bank, and it comes, it brings different words up. I also have one app that has an EVP reader as well as a word bank. And if I can mirror my phone onto it, we can actually talk to some spirits right now if you want.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. That's what you want to do. It's exciting.
I'm all
The thing about spirits, though, I gotta say right now, I think they lack education. The spirits, that is, because they say the same things. It's like, I don't know if they're not articulate. They had a bad spirit school. I'm serious. They always say things like "get out." There's other way. Can you exit the building? Or there's like, if there's a back end, can you move on? Or they always say the same things like "get out." I hate you. I mean, like they're like little children almost. I expand on what you say. They always say the quickest little tips.
That's because you've never gone on a ghost investigation.
A real one. Okay.
I want a British ghost. I want them to say British things, like with full posh sentences. But no, can't get that.
And hates TV. Me too. I don't watch TV at all. I do so to learn.
All right, I'm going to try to share this again.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Put this back on.
All right. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
All right. So what's happening right now is up here. When it starts to get where these are 4s and 5s and 6s, like it's doing right now, that means that we've got a spirit, in the area. Right here,
Oh.
it'll give us some words from the word bank, and then, you heard that? From here, it gives you the static electricity, that they're actually speaking through. You hear that. So, someone's got a dog.
Sorry about the dog. There's a spirit in my house.
They probably hear it. Can we talk to somebody right now, please? Who's here with us?
Eric, ask a question. It's your show.
How are you today? The dog's talking to me.
Now that beeping noise means that they're trying to answer you.
Okay, Michael. How many peppers? How many peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Okay, I'll do something simple. Are you friendly?
Oh, they grounded that one. I don't think they want to use this one this time.
Are you a briefs guy or do you wear loose boxers? The dog answered.
Your dog answered that question. So is this what is that it? So is that an app on your phone?
This is an app on my phone, And here's the words that, oh, something's coming up. Credit.
Credit.
So
Yes, I got bad credit.
Yeah, it could be. I think they might be saying give them some credit too. They're trying. So what this does is it gives you a list of words. Now these are the words that I have gotten recently, and it's cool because it saves the words for you, gives a date and a time that they came through. Now in this situation, I was asking different questions, and they actually came through fairly well. The names come up. We got William, Nick. The name Nick right here is actually my husband's name.
Oh,
So, yeah, we were talking about that. So
Now, I don't know how to ask this question. Now, will this something like? Is every house technically could be in a way haunted with a spirit where this can work, or is it more of a ghost house with what you call it? Can this work at a normal house that you never had any experience at all?
well, I think they just answered your question right there, didn't they?
Worldwide.
oh.
Wow.
I'm gonna ask a question. Do you believe in ghosts? I don't know if it does.
Were you once human?
If you want, I could switch over to the other one, and it's easy for them to use that one.
Cool.
Oh man, I was about to ask it. Do you like my brother? It probably get.
Well, you could still ask them here,
Yeah, what's not to like?
right?
So what's this one? So this one's the
This one's
Echo box.
it's called the Echo Box, and
Echo.
I have to get the settings on here.
Are we in Sagittarius arm?
I know a good question. Do you checkmate the queen of chess?
Yes.
It'll reply to you.
Do you checkmate the queen in chess?
Say dispute.
Can I hear yes?
Yeah.
I think I heard yes.
Have Vonage ask. Vonage, you're up.
Has C3PO all gold, or does C3PO have a silver leg?
It said silver.
Leg, okay.
Is there any gold in Fort Knox?
Good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one. Is the Earth round or is the Earth flat?
It just glitched on you.
Is the Earth round or is the Earth flat?
Fixed.
Fixed.
Said fixed.
Fixed by the government?
I debunk it. I heard fixed.
That's just a couple of examples.
Oh, I can turn off the machine. Hold on. I turn off the
It
machine.
said fixed. I go, okay, I heard fixed.
Fixed?
That's the best way to answer that one. That's funny. It's fixed. It's a fixed reality. It's fixed.
That's good.
Now, usually we do the show for at least 2 hours. We're at the 1 hour mark, so I don't know if you got to run or you want to stay on for another hour with us.
I'm actually waiting for my internet guy to get here, so that's, it's up to you guys. What do you want to talk about?
No. Do you guys want to take a 5-minute break? You got to get some coffee or drinks, anybody? Or you just want to keep moving on?
I'm gonna grab super fast, but I'm just gonna put it on blackface. I'm gonna go blackface.
Okay. We'll just take a fast 5-minute break, and then we'll come right back.
How do you put it on a blackface?
We mean no racial slur by saying that. We just mean the box. When it says start cam, where it says mute at the bottom, you'll see mute and start cam. You can hit that button where it says start cam.
Oh, stop cam, start cam.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, thank you. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'll just while you run, I'll just try to start answering some of these questions. I know there's been a lot, but I can't get to. So next thing we know, we will be playing around with the Ouija board. Hey, kid, I do have a Ouija board downstairs, and I've actually in my earlier videos, I've actually played with the Ouija board. One of my first couple of videos.
I love the Ouija board. I love. It's like I don't play with it, but I love using it.
And then flat card mute. Oh, my fault. Whatever was leaving this trail look weird. I don't know what that one is. Come on, guys. Clear. No one's plays chess here. Laugh out loud. Come play with me. Li chess. Chile. Whatever that is. Did it just say Floyd bingo cardiac arrest? Yeah, you're having a heart attack right now. You better go to a doctor. Was it for trails? The ones I've seen with 4 have been invisible. Okay, they must be talking to somebody else. Flat dome MO. Gypsy Road, round like a record.
Oh, I think they're talking about the flat Earth theory.
Earth round. That's from Preoxide. And then I heard, why piece of G symbol on my screen? I'm not Joe Biden. Okay, well, that's good to know. Joe Biden's probably still wondering why he didn't get his vote in Iowa. Who knows? Come on, checkmate my queen. I'll checkmate your king and see how it works out. This checkmate has kind of took its own.
If you do that, you'll lose because there's checkmating the queen in my time. Back on Sagittarius.
I saw one trail. It was leaving a second one. It was round and white. I was kidding. Please don't. I know. You're a good guy. That's weird, man. I can't believe I saw orbs right in front of me filming. Oh, that's when we were filming. Do you think dividing rods work?
Actually, farmers back home use them. They oddly enough, they do work. I think it's electrical. It has something to do with the water. It actually conducts electricity, so it's electrical. A lot of places, especially like the pyramids, in any kind of pyramid, this is archaeology, guys, 101, archaeology 101. All the pyramids that you guys see around the globe, they're always next to water. Water always flows below them. That's a fact, Jack. So water does conduct electricity in a certain way. Eric, are you feeling anything about yourself getting weird?
Not
anything about yourself right now.
I lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these. Oh shoot! What happened? Are we still there? Oh,
did you lose her?
I'm here. I don't know. I was trying something.
Did I destroy your guest?
No. Let me see here. I'm trying to.
Let's knock something.
Oh, that's why. I think somehow when I was trying to show a video while I was going, get some coffee, whatever, it said I lost permission. So I guess when you give someone else permission, I guess you lose permission to do your own video.
Oh. You lost permission, man.
Yeah.
Did you get a handwritten letter?
Use them here in the UK. My granddad was a German POW and used them, dividing rods.
I heard they work. I've seen them. They work. I can't debunk them.
Who said globe? They must have been talking about the round earth we were trying to ask. That was interesting. They asked that question. It's just shit.
We can't be 100%, guys. Everything is you take it with a grain of salt. But it said fixed. I heard fixed. So I don't know if it was just the sound because he could make any sound at once and you could assume something. But I wasn't thinking the word fixed. I've never heard a flat Earth referred to as fixed. I mean, that's new to me. I know you guys use it as a terminology, maybe, but I've never heard of it. So to hear,
we got a question, Mr. Wood and Eric. Eric with the C. Okay. Do you guys believe in the afterlife? That's a damn good question. That's a damn good question. She wasn't listening. She must have jumped in later because one of the things I said that one of the reasons that I was always intrigued with the paranormal is to find that voice, to see that ghost. Because if I get to experience something, that has to tell me that our soul goes somewhere.
Yeah,
that's why I'm so intrigued, about all this. I can't tell you for a fact that if it's real or not. I can't, people debate Mandela effect's real or not. People debate if the earth is flat or not. It is a belief system. And I believe that there's got to be something more than just living on this earth and just dying. And then you just get this black sky that you go nowhere. If there is spirits and ghosts, it has to be somewhere, right? Because say there is no heaven or hell. Say there isn't. There is no God. There is no heaven and hell. And then why is there a ghost? Then why is there a spirit? Why you're so stuck when there's nothing out there? So you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm kind of I know I've died a couple times. I'm not sure if I'm dead here because I can still feel pain. So I mean, people I get kicked in the Jimmy, I'm gonna feel it. So screaming, I'm dead. It's kind of a stupid thing to do, especially when you can still feel your Jimmy get kicked if you get kicked. However, I'm still subjected to did I die? Yeah, I think I did a couple times. So am I here? Yeah, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Did I see God? Did I feel God? Yeah, I feel God now. So those of you that are religious out there, you don't have anything to worry about. So the idea of death, as long as you have faith in something, fuck death, man. You just keep trucking with yourself. Keep going as far as you can. If you barely missed that freaking turn and you didn't go off the corner, then you didn't go off the corner. Did you in another reality? In another reality, did you go off the corner and die? Yeah, maybe theoretically there's a fucking cat dead in the box. I don't think so. It always goes back to that subjective thing, the Schrodinger's cat. All this death shit goes back to that fucking cat in a box by some whack job who said, put a cat in a box. Is that cat dead or is that cat alive if you put poison in that box? Well, you know what? The cat's dead if he eats the poison. Fucking flat out. The cat's fucking alive if you don't eat the poison. There's your answer. Open the box and find out. That's how I look at things. I'm alive. That's how I always like to see things. I see things alive. People that made sacrifices for other people, maybe God says that it wasn't your time yet. You kept on trucking. A lot of people have near-death experiences, pretty much the fucking entirety of the goddamn Mandela effect. But it don't mean you're dead. I don't like people walking around saying that they died. You could say that in theory. You can fucking joke about it, but you're not dead, and you're trucking pretty fast, and you're doing well for yourself. I don't want people getting to the point where they want to drink the Kool-Aid. Don't fucking drink the Kool-Aid. That don't mean commit suicide and stupid shit. Now, do I walk without fucking fear? Yeah, only because of God. That's it. I'm not going to jump off a cliff, to find out if I die or not. So, just have faith that God fucking kept you alive for whatever reason you have a job to do, and then live without fear for a while. It's kind of nice. Try not to massage the idea that are you dead or not too much. Have fun with it, but don't go too far. And my interpretation of ghosts are, again, I joke about ghosts aren't intelligent. I hear the same answers from ghosts. Get out, like basic little fucking 2-liners, 3-liners. I never hear anything complex, like a whole complex conversation ever from a ghost. So telling me if they're, in my opinion, I call them jinn. I call them jinn. They're just jinn. They're these thoughtless fucking monsters, demons. Some people call them demons. They mimic people. Because if I don't die and I moved on to another place, and then somebody's standing in front of my grave and doing whatever, I'm right here right now with Eric, drinking fucking coffee with a little bit of hooch in it. I'm not at the grave. So someone asking me questions at the grave, they're not getting me. They're getting some fucking jinn talking. That's my answer to the fucking ghost phenomenon. Eric's not dead. He should be dead, maybe theoretically, but Eric's not in a grave. So if somebody's at Eric's grave right now going, Eric, speak to me, great brother. And someone says, hi, from Eric's grave. It ain't Eric, man. In my opinion, only my opinion, because all of this is hypothetical. Shit. I don't wear underwear. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
This is what Floyd Bingo just said. Gypsy Road, you guys are the smartest hillbillies I know. Keep it up.
Thank you very little. I appreciate that.
But here's a question. We finally got a question.
Yes.
Why can our spirit move out of our body if we're not more than flesh and blood?
As we are.
Because we are more than flesh and blood.
Yeah.
I believe so. I am. I like to think.
And then, right?
You think that I'm better than I'm better than flesh and blood. My spirit's better than that. I'm a freaking battery.
And then Flat Court Music, which he's a great guy, great fan of ours. When we make our horror movie, he's going to be doing our music for our movie.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing our music for our movie. You know, once you get back into the States. The thing about flat versus globe is that the establishment uses the globe propaganda and censors FB content. If you think the people who run this world protect the truth, I have a magic toaster to sell you.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I liked her little box. That sounds bad. Oh, that sounds really bad. I like the app that you produced. I like the idea it's fixed. I really do like the sound of that.
That word fixed.
I'm a geocentric person, but I'm like, it's fixed. Is it round or is it flat? Well, it's fixed.
I like that. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. It works for me. So out of everything we got out of this whole show, I like that word. I'm going to be using that word.
Well, Mike Haley says, yeah, fam. I'll be asleep, but we'll see you tomorrow. Stick to my second to the last video link. Up, please, dude. I slow it down as shit. So Mike Haley is the guy that I said that did that video clip and caught that orb. So if you want to do it, yeah, just jump on it. And like I said, it's cool. It's pretty cool. You know, he wasn't trying for it. It just happened. What about remote viewing?
Yeah, go ahead. It's you.
I actually teach this. Remote viewing is one of the most difficult psychic abilities to obtain because you have to obtain the astral projection portion of it first in order to gain the remote viewing. And when you astrally project, we all do it in our own specific ways. When I do remote viewing, I sit and I look at the pictures that come into my head. I hear the things that come into my ear. I taste what's coming into my mouth, and I feel, the weather of what's going on around in that moment, or the moment that I'm looking at. Because I can do it either in the specific moment we're in right now, or future or past. So when you want to do remote viewing, one of the most important things to practice is grounding yourself and understanding how to get back into your body, because it can be dangerous. You can lose your mind doing any kind of psychic things. You can lose your mind if you're not careful with it. But understanding how to get back into you and not stay and get stuck in the place that you're going to is a key element when you're doing remote viewing.
Ooh, I've never heard someone say that before. That's interesting.
This person wrote.
It's like a thread. It's like a thread. When you leave, it's like a silk thread, right?
Exactly.
So you're out of your body. There's a silk thread, and you're always attached to that thread, which goes back to your body. So no matter how far you go, now I don't know. Can that thread break? I mean, in theory, can it break?
That results in a break from reality, and it gets you into more of a psychotic, schizophrenic state.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nicholas says, so glad I discovered your channel. Awesomeness. Well, great. Welcome aboard. This channel, we invite everybody on. We don't care what community they're all on. We believe to give everybody a fair shot and talk about, their community and stuff. So actually, talking about communities, we always talk about debunking, I don't know if you debunk people or not, but how do you know if somebody's telling you the truth or not? Or because there's so many video clips you can watch on YouTube anymore with these cameras nowadays.
Yeah,
you don't know how. Is it real? Is it fake? Is there a way that you know if something's more real and fake? What you see out there?
If I'm watching a video, and I'm really kind of skeptical, like, is that really what happened? There's different programs that you can use to kind of deconstruct the video itself.
Okay.
And if there's something that was actually programmed into it, or if it's something that was naturally picked up. So it's a lot more time consuming. I more so rely on my psychic abilities to see if it's real or not. And what I look for when I look for people that, you know, to connect with, or YouTube channels to follow, or whatever, however it's coming to me, I look for people that are real and down to earth, and you can actually talk to these people, and not so I'm here just to get the attention, you know, because it's a big thing right now, or I just want somebody to come look at my stuff. And I'm an empath as well, so I have the ability to pick on people's actual truth and the reasons that they're doing things. When you don't have those abilities, what do you connect with? You know, what's your gut instinct? Do you look at it and be like, that doesn't really look real? You know, it doesn't look like something that I would experience if I were in that position, you know? And
that's what I call it gut. I call it my gut. Same thing, empathic.
You know, I mean, let's just say Ghost Adventures for a sec. That's a popular one. You think after 10 to 12 years after researching that when they hear a simple voice, they stop screaming and yelling and running? And it's like, don't you get a little immune when you hear simple voices? I mean, like, if it was me for the first time, I'd be like, oh shit.
I love
after 10 years, I'm not gonna say, oh shit. Oh shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, I want to believe, but it's like, don't you got to get a little immune if you're doing this every day?
And you know what? I was actually a Ghost Adventures fan. My daughter and I were
my daughter used to watch it too together.
At first. And then it got to a point of kind of over dramatics and a dark place, and, you know, really, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of the investigations that I do, they're done in the daylight, because I want to see what's around me. And I'm going to catch, every time I go on an investigation, I catch something. There is no sitting there for hours upon hours. And when you look at Ghost Adventures, the footage that they have is what, an hour?
Yes.
But they're here for all night long, you know? It takes them that long to get those little couple of things that they get. That's not how it works when I go places. I'll be there for an hour, 2, 3 hours, but I get a whole lot of stuff. So when they started going dark and just putting more and more of the dramatics into it, you know, to me, it's like, it's not something that you're really experiencing. You might be experiencing it, but you're overplaying the actual truth of it.
You had the music in. You know, because like I used to be in the cable business for 15 years. I used to climb 32-foot ladders up in the air. In the beginning, your heart kind of pumps.
Right.
He gave me free cable.
Years, I'm like, my heart don't pump no more. I'm used to high up.
Yeah.
But if it was Ghost Adventures, oh shit.
Right. Exactly. That's actually why I started one of the events that I run. It's called Paranormal Experiences, and what I do is it's a group of people. We go into a Zoom room, and we do everything in real time. It's not edited. It's not, you know, I mean, it'll be edited if there's a lot of lag in between, like this one that we did. It was just nothing but technical difficulties, which we were expecting. But you can go into this room and you can do your own seance. You can feature your own investigation, so people can actually see what's going on behind the scenes in real time and see, you know, oh, is this something that was overreacted or over dramatic, whatever, or is this really something that they're experiencing? So, you know, and with those 2 apps that I put up earlier, you do have to have patience when you're dealing with spirit, because spirit doesn't work on your time. You know, and I heard you earlier, I kept you guys on as I stepped away, but I heard you earlier saying that you've never had a conversation with a ghost. Well,
I've tried. I've heard snips. It always gives you snip words.
Yeah.
Pay attention to my channel, because my next step is I'm going to upload a couple of different conversations that we have had. And you'll be able to see how the words that come through are very specific to the questions that are being asked. And the person who she has earphones on, she can't hear anything I'm saying. We're using that echo box, the one that was really loud, that blah, 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 blah. you can't hear shit when you have the earphones on. All you hear is that in your ear. So there's no damn way she could have heard the questions that I was asking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to hear a conversation with spirits, just pay attention to my channel because I'm going to post it pretty soon.
If people go down to one of my earliest videos, one of the videos is me trying to capture a voice at a graveyard. And then, of course, I had the Ouija board and try to possess a doll. That didn't work. But hey, here's a question from Lisa Silver. Have any of you ever heard of Ed Da?
The Eddas? The Eddas? The Eddas? I think.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
No, the Eddas are they're pagan. They're Northern European. Well, they call it. I don't know if it's Northern European now because it's all everything's changed topography wise. But Northern European paganism. It's Odin, Thor, Loki, the whole pantheon of gods. It's that whole. They have the Eddas. The Eddas are the stories of the Eddas. It's like the Bible. It's the Bible for those pagans that are in that realm of that particular religion.
Oh, okay.
I myself have down there, so I'm kind of like into that same kind of thingy. That's why I know the Eddas.
Well, Floyd said, excellent guess. Thank you. So that's cool. I mean, that's
awesome.
Yeah. Ghost 333. Sorry, I had to leave now. Thanks for the show. Goodbye, everyone, and take care. Okay.
Very good.
Let's see if anybody has a question. I made a playlist last year with some of my favorite songs. Okay. Let's see here. Everybody's saying goodbye. I just love my techno being a DJ. Okay.
Here we go.
What's this? One frequency 104 and another is 100, causing a 4 hertz difference, which is an audible to the normal ear. That's why 100 and 104 is used.
Okay, for ghost hunting. Okay, good call. Very good. Very good. Nobody.
What does he mean by that? Actually, get more into it. So when he writes that, those frequencies are the best.
Well, not specifically. Now, what happens is we hear certain things at a certain frequency, right?
Yeah.
That frequency is not the same frequency that the spirit world communicates with. And that's the reason why you use white static, you use radio frequencies. I hear at that frequency only because it's something that I've elevated myself to with practice and natural gifts. But the reason that you use these different tools is a spirit, it's easier. It's easier for them to communicate using electric frequencies. Okay. So even with the phones and the computers and things like that, they will communicate using those different things. But with the static electricity and the frequencies that like the old AM radio stations and things like that are on, it's easier for them to manipulate the energy that's in that frequency and use the object that is projecting that frequency to communicate, whatever they're trying to communicate.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, go ahead.
Peter wrote 4 hertz induces brain wave frequency of similar to the ETA state, which is only there when we are in deep sleep.
Yeah, REM. It's a REM.
Not quite true, but it's
now if a person like me that actually does have some ear damage, I have some ear damage. Yeah. I can't hear low frequencies. High pitch is better for me. Now, if a person like me, I would have to use more of the static and stuff because I might not be catching stuff with my own ears because of some damages. So I like when you said that you use different devices because if somebody's talking low, I can't hear low sounds because of damage.
Exactly. And we all have physical, remember at the beginning I said that the first thing I always say is check out your physical person to make sure that everything's working properly first. There's nothing stopping us from pursuing the ability to communicate with ghosts and spirits. Unless you're, even if you're completely mute and you're blind and you have no ability to really perceive, what's going on around you, you still have your third eye, you still got your brain. And our brain is the most powerful thing. The most powerful thing in the universe is our brain. So if you begin to learn how to do that, you can still communicate with them. It's just easier to do it if we have a physical ailment that limits us by using different tools and things like that.
I'm going to twist this saying into a question, actually, because this guy wrote, go to an island where no radio stations can be picked up. Now, let's think about it. If you're in an area, But how do you know that it's not a radio frequency that you're picking up on something that, because there is interference that can be out there.
Right. And that's going to be on the responses that you get. Are the responses that you're getting,
are they direct answers to your questions? Yeah. Okay.
You're asking and giving you the actual information, because that does happen sometimes. When I use the echo box, occasionally it will pick up on different conversations that are going on, in the different frequencies around me, and you can hear that. But if the answers that are coming through are relevant to the questions that you're asking, kind of like the video I played when we asked, can you please say our name? Now, we didn't say what our names were. It said the name Ashley twice, and that was one of the women that was with us that was actually conducting the echo box. So,
they're reading your mind.
To a point.
You're reading your mind, and they know who you are.
Here's a question from Zyron Roca. Why do you think some people can recognize the energies of others? Is it for a purpose?
Oh, the chakras. You see those? You see chakras?
I do. I can see chakras. I can see the auras. Yes, it is for a purpose. Each of us have different abilities for a purpose. Just like talents. You have a talent, he has a talent, she has a talent. Everybody has talents in one way or another. Doesn't mean that we all really understand what our talents are, but they're there for a purpose. And the reason that we have these different abilities and these different talents, no matter what they are, is not for us. These talents are not for us. They're for us to use and give to the world. So when we use our talents and then give our talents away, that doesn't mean that we don't need to be compensated for that. But when we do it and we give it away, then our purpose in life is recognized. So my purpose in life is to help people through my abilities as a psychic, as a medium, as a clairvoyant, blah, 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 as a paranormal investigator, because the footage that I get, is way better than the footage you get on Ghost Adventures or things like that.
Good.
I have some pictures of actual, things that we can share in a bit if you want to. But when we learn what our gifts are and what our abilities are, that lies in our purpose. We understand what our purpose is, and then all of a sudden it's, I know why I'm here. I know what I'm supposed to do. Let's go ahead and do it. And all of a sudden you're going to see synchronistic action going on to where, bam, this opportunity came to me because I understand that I can do this. Oh, bam, now this person's, giving me this opportunity. Let me go ahead and take it. Now I'm expanding my abilities, and it just kind of goes on from there. Good.
Can I ask you a question? Well, this means nothing. You don't have to answer it, by the way. Let me stress this. You don't have to answer because most people don't. It's just for studies. A lot of people with psychic abilities, a lot of them with psychic abilities are RH negative bloods, and some of them are not RH negative bloods. They have an RH negative ancestor or whatever, and some of them don't have any ancestors, but they just have the gift, like Hogwarts, Are you a mug blood? Are you I'm just using it as a reference. Are you an RH negative? Are you a RH positive? What's your, you don't have to answer again, because I don't want people knocking on my door saying, people are paranoid about answering that question.
Before you answer it, later today, can you email me those apps, the ones you use? Because people are asking app, and I could put that in the description in case people wants to use them. So you can do it now, but later on.
Absolutely.
You don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Michael, I'll have those apps later on in the description for you. Okay, answer the question now. I'm sorry.
So the answer to your question is, I honestly have no idea what my blood type is.
Okay.
But I do know that my ancestral history lies in the Rhine River with with the Druids. It also lies with the Ashkenazi Jews, which comes from Noah.
Ashkenazis,
Wow, another great guess. So people are really liking you on here. Hey, Texas Danny. All right, we got Texas Danny in the house.
Oh my God.
One of ours.
Everyone stand up for Texas Danny. In the house.
Ocean girls in the house. So
actually,
is there a difference when you do an investigation versus day versus night? Is there a reason why people go more night versus day? Because it's easier to see a ghost at night versus day?
Yes. And it is easier because from midnight to 3 a.m., the moon at its thinnest.
Devil's hour, isn't it?
Right, they call it that. It's not the devil's hour. I don't believe in the devil, but
That's why I'm bringing it up.
it is when the veil is the thinnest, so it is easier for them to come through for those people who don't have the psychic, mediumship abilities to communicate with them, or the energy, okay? Because when you're a psychic, the spirits use your personal energy in order to get the information out there. So yeah, it is easier for them to communicate with the general population during those hours. And I do some investigations at night. It really depends on the place I'm working with and my own personal schedule. But the reason I do it during the day is because I don't like debunkers to the point where they're so skeptical that they're just like I'm going to go and look
They're not open-minded. They're not open-minded.
No matter what. So to me, it's easier to prove that these things are true when you're seeing them in the light of day.
That's how I see it. Yeah.
Now, when you do it at night,
I do it.
Everybody turns the power off, make it dark. But I heard that sometimes you need to have some kind of electricity so the ghost can feed off the electricity to maybe try to show themselves. Is that true? That they need energy to show themselves?
It's not true, because if there's no electronic energy there, then they'll just use your personal energy. Which
right.
So when people say their phones die, batteries die, that's why I was curious.
They feel drained. I've gotten to places where I got drained. I almost want to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And so it says, well, you're being drained. And I go, being drained? I'm didn't smoke anything. I didn't drink anything.
They don't need electronic energy. And that, when I do my seances, I turn all the lights off, I turn everything off, but I have candlelight on it. And you'll see in the candles, the different flame activity and the way the flames are, they'll use that energy in addition to the people there. I've had people that will just blurt sentences out. I've had objects move, during different things. Sometimes I'll turn all the stuff off, and then all of a sudden it'll turn back on, and they're saying, "Hey, I need a little extra energy. Let's turn this on."
Let me do a shout out. System Failure, welcome. You were awesome on Tuesday with the Star Wars facts. We appreciate it. Just want to give it a little shout out. System Failure does a show at 1:00, so if people want to check that out, go for it. And he gave me all heart. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
And he showed his face on our show. It's exclusive. So when he was on here, you guys want to go back and see what he looks like, you got to go back to our show. Exclusive on our show. He showed his face.
See here, don't show
and
off.
he's the elephant man, guys. It's a rumor.
No, I'm showing your comics, man. I show everyone comics. Well, Savitorius 111, he came a little late, but he says this is deep.
Yeah.
Cool. We're here to learn. Like I said, I don't know who to go to on this kind of stuff. So, I appreciate you explaining a lot of this to us because it helps out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm wondering, when I even go to a graveyard, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Is there a correct way? Is there a right way? You always ask yourself this.
The only correct way is your way. That's how that works.
I got a question. The booster. You're talking about the energy. I watched some of the Ghostbusters the ghost things, and they have a booster now. An energy. We just talked about that. So that's why I thought about it. They have this so-called energy booster that's supposed to boost the energy of the paranormal realm. Is that true? You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you mean.
Explain that thing. What is that?
You know what? It's basically like a battery. You can do the thing by just taking a bunch of car batteries with you. It's the exact same thing. It's just having extra energy there. Like if you had a group of people and you're doing a seance with 100 people, you're going to get a hell of a lot more activity than you're going to get with just one person who doesn't really have, who's depressed, doesn't have a whole lot of energy going on in them. They're not very lively and active. It's just the energy. It works. It does work, but it's sad that they've been doing that for that long and they still need that.
Okay, that makes sense. I knew something's gonna come out of that. I saw them do the energy boxes, and I'm like, what? Now wait a minute, man! They got all these cool equipment, and every fucking time I watch a new equipment, the energy box. And they got like an energy chamber now. They've got an energy. They put the booster in the chamber, and now they've got they're going to capture the ghost in the chamber. And I'm like, okay,
that Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, this is pretty nice. Savatorius wrote, I get great vibes from the show. I'm smiling the whole time. They're great. Well, that's awesome. You know?
I want to do that. I stick with a Copeland spirit guide. When I go ghost busting, I got the Copeland. You ever heard the Copeland spirit guide?
Copeland?
Yeah, the Copeland spirit guide. Yeah.
Copeland Spirit Guide.
Yeah, I'm joking. It's in Ghostbusters. They always talk about
the movie Ghostbusters.
They always refer to Copeland spirit guide. I'm like, what is this fucking Copeland spirit guide? I always hear it in Ghostbusters.
Because
And then the Ghostbuster cartoons had it.
when you go into, like, when I go into anything that I'm doing that is not, in what is perceived as normal reality, I always make sure that I have my army with me. So, when you have your spirit guide with you and you keep it there, it gives you a peace of mind, and it gives you a lot more courage to be able to deal with more than what you normally would.
Yeah, I went with people out to the ghost thing, and hands down, the majority of them are Christians. That's a religion, and so they bring the cross, and it works for them. Other people will bring whatever chalisman they have for their power. But I've seen this, like they bring their spirit guide, whatever that spirit guide is, with them, and they seem to have. There it is, it's kicking in right now. But they have more confidence when everybody I've ever talked to said they have a spirit guide or their spirit, whatever, with them. They always have confidence going in, which is usually a religion for them, which is kind of interesting. People that walk in, I'm an atheist, I'm here to debunk. They have the worst time. They're almost depressed. It's sad to see. There's fumbling. They get nothing. They're just like fishing without any equipment. It's just throwing it away. So I agree with you when you talk about your spirit guide.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tobin's Spirit Guide. That's what Floyd wrote.
Tobin's spirit guide.
Tobin's Spirit Guide.
I got it wrong. Tobin's spirit guide. There's got to be a Tobin spirit guide out there.
Well, is there any kind of a guidebook out there?
Good question.
Is there?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know? Is there like any kind of paranormal book you would recommend that's kind of like the Bible of paranormal?
Good question.
And
don't say Viola Broom, please. Don't say Viola Broom.
No.
Don't say her.
No. I don't really believe in like a structured system. I can tell you to do this, I can tell you to do that, I can tell you, go buy this book, go buy that book. But what if you don't relate to that book? What if you read that book and you're just like, this doesn't really make sense to me? All I can say is go into it with love in your heart and an open heart, and you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's the Bible right there when it comes to any kind of paranormal investigation. Go into it with love in your heart and accept, that you're there for a reason and you're there to help in some way or another, whether it's yourself or the spirit you're trying to work with. And you can't go wrong, because if you go into it with fear in your heart, that's when you start to get those negative entities attached to you. That's when Zach Baggins gets pulled out of his bed from his feet, and things like that, because you go into it with fear in your heart, and you're going into it to say, prove me wrong, challenge me. I want to be scared and blah blah blah. Well, you're going into it for the wrong reason.
So you are. I know there's two different types. I know there's multiple different types, but there's New World. They call it. I don't know. You're going to correct me on this, which was awesome. You're going to. There's New World witches, and then they call themselves Old World witches. And I know Old World witches associate more back with the Druids, more back to the back for the historical idea of Wiccan practices. Then there's the New Age, New World witches, which are shamanistic into the modern day ideas and whatever. Now, you consider yourself a New World or an Old World, or you don't even, it's not even a reference you even handle.
The energy that I deal with is the most ancient energy that you could possibly imagine. Now, the New World witchcraft or witches or whatever, they align more to the Wiccan religion, which it incorporates witchcraft, but it is more of a spiritual religion as opposed, worship.
Yeah.
Is basically what it is. Now, that's kind of the difference between the two. Is true witches don't worship anything.
Okay.
No
Okay.
worship involved. It's a collaborative venture. You're working with the energies in the ways that you understand, you can work with them. But when you go into the new age, it's more of a worship. They're trying to incorporate the Christian aspect of worshiping, and in order to be more accepted in the world, and that's my personal opinion. There's people that are going to argue with me about that, but whatever.
Well, people don't know that.
Here's a question. Have you heard of diebuck box? Supposedly you can trap a dying individual into a crystal in a box trapped in wax to create evil spirits. They have suffered to haunt whoever opens it. Is this
the one we talked about with the box? They put this box up. I've seen some of those ghost hunters do that box thing, and they try to get them into the box.
I actually have an answer for this. Have you guys ever heard about mummification?
Oh yeah, archaeology. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why do you think they mummified them? Why do you think they put them in quartz?
Depends on what culture.
Esophaguses.
Well, depends on what culture. It's helped them to move on to the next side or next life. To move on to the next life with all their stuff. They take it with them.
That's what you've learned. But if you think about the properties of crystal,
okay,
the properties of wax.
Oh, didn't know. I don't know. They put them into a crystal then, kind of like. Well, I mean, if you look at cell phones, it's silica. Crystals are silica.
Exactly.
So you can specifically store information in silica, which is what we do for our cell phones, and computers are silica. So crystals are silica. I mean, it can store information 100%. It's not a theory; it's a fact. But spirit-wise, they talk about it can store a human's energy. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, what's the difference between the energy that you've got wireless internet? What's the difference between the energy of wireless internet and the energy that makes me me?
Yeah. True. I mean, we have a lot of silica in our bodies too. We're mostly water, silica, carbon. So, yeah, that's plausible. Absolutely.
Hey, yes, Michael Sinley. He goes, thanks, Gypsy Road. We all need to sub each other and become a huge, awesome community, in my opinion. Is that YouTube show that you have that I've been on? Is that your only one, or is that your main one that you're starting with to build?
That's the second one that I've done. The first one was more of like an intro, kind of feeling out the waters, see what,
But the one you have now, that's going to be your main one?
Yes. And that is every Wednesday. Well, not every Wednesday. It's one Wednesday a month. It really depends on my schedule, but it is up on my website at witchgoddesstransformed.org. You can look and see when all the dates are scheduled. You can also go on my Facebook page, which is at thewitchgoddess.llc. And, it's everybody just kind of getting together. It's very similar to this, where you can talk with different individuals. You can show your footage. You can show your different things. You can turn your damn phone off so it doesn't interrupt things.
That happens.
But yeah, it is something that's going to be every month. So we'll have 11 more this year. And I'm hoping that we're going to have some people that are actually on site doing the paranormal investigations during that time. And I've probably got people here ready for it. So I have to go. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate this. And I, hopefully can come back again. You guys have more questions.
No, you're more than welcome to come back. I love having different flavors on. It's perfect. So you're welcome anytime you want.
Thank you guys. You guys take care, okay?
Have a good one.
Bye. So, man, we got a lot of magic stuff out of the way. We did our flat Earth. We did some magic.
And if somebody else has a ghost experience, near-death experience, want to jump on real quick, we're not exactly at 2 hours. We're getting closer. So if anybody else wants to say something, and I'll put Voynich back on, but he had his mute button on. So if he wants to unmute and say something, anybody wants.
Yeah, where's Voynich with his damn theory on chess?
I think
He
What is
did
the link for the guest? Well,
his way is it's
her
perfect.
link on the guest is in this chat. I already put it on the chat once. It's here somewhere. But yeah, she's great. She was open. She answered a lot of good questions. And
what's the link for your guests? Did you put a link up there?
yes, I put it. She's also in the description. But let me see if I can here. Let me just do this again. Here we go. Let me just hit. Hold on.
I was hoping to challenge with the wands, man.
Here we go. Let me hit post. Okay, so she's back in the chat because it's great, we need to do more shows with other communities, not just within ourselves, the paranormal community. I wouldn't mind getting somebody on from the UFO community, the Bigfoot community. Why not? Let's hear everybody. Thanks for watching the other night, Gypsy Road, over on Pro V channel. Oh, yeah, you're more Pro V. If you want to jump on real quick, I put the link down there. If you want to jump on and talk with us, I don't mind hearing talking to more people from the paranormal site.
Yeah, I like paranormal stuff. I'm trying to. I mean, we're here. This ain't my home, man.
Well, if you think about it, they're open-minded, just like everybody else.
I'm learning about the locals. I mean, I'm having a great time about what people are doing now. I don't know. I walked outside today. I saw no fucking stars. I saw one fucking moon that's almost full and one bright-ass star, like one bright star in the entire sky. And I go, man, I am not freaking home no more, Toto. I'm looking up at the firmament top, the big-ass dome up there. I was like, So I ran around today just having a good time, just acted goofy. I wore this today. I wore this out in England. It was proper. Nobody questions this. I'm going to Hogwarts. I'm at Hogwarts up the road. I'm a teacher there. Teacher at Hogwarts.
Sounds like Ghostbusters. I'm just reading some of these comments that it's hard to when you get so interested and listen to somebody, it's hard to try to look at the questions too at the same time. So I'm trying to.
Hey guys, Eric, I throw this out there. So today, an iconic actor died today. Do you know that?
Douglas.
Okay,
Douglas.
How old was he?
103.
And what does that come out to?
13.
Hey! Ironically.
Yeah. Huh? What is the best way to block negative energy attacks? I wish he was gone. That's a good question.
I always tell people, if you're a Christian, go with that. People in the sidebar were talking about how they shout out Yeshua's name. If that works for you, go with that. You can, whatever your thing is, Thor. I don't know, whatever you want to shout out, whatever that strong entity is that's a good person in your heart. That person you shout out. Yeah, that's the best way to throw off. When I do negative energy, I think of my dad. Like our dad. Eric's dad, my dad, our dad. Like, oh, you're thinking of dad. And then it gives me kind of strength. Like, what the hell is that in front of you, son? Well, go kick its ass.
We got a major question, Bob, for you.
What
kind of wood is that wand made of?
Well, my friend, good question, because you said my last name was Wood. And Eric, what's on that our crest, that Celtic crest you had that Jeremiah brought over?
Oh, Jesus. I know. I can't remember. Oak.
This is our family crest wood. It's oak.
Oh yeah.
Oak. It's oak. I made it myself. I made this wand myself.
The Grays probed. What did he say? The Grays probed me. Something he said was crystal.
Oh! I didn't know that. What the hell? I made this wand for somebody else at the flat I'm staying at. I think this is cedar. I can't remember. Or yeah, I made
out the box and onto the fence. Okay.
Boom! Loomis Knox, bitch. Boom! I'm gonna.
Or do the CIA want people to think they use remote viewing?
Yeah. People have said that. They've also talked about how the government actually had like soldiers do that there's a movie called The Ministeric Goats, which they actually had documents where they try to train some Americans, some soldiers, some military guys to be remote viewers. In fact, there's even a rumor that in this timeline, in this fucking place, and everything's on the table, they do have military guys that are remote viewing.
Texas Danny wants you to know, Robert, system running, navigation, display.
Absolutely. If you guys don't know what Danny's talking about, you're not military. You have no idea.
He died a few times. The Apple Man, Colin Matthews. Okay. A lot of people are talking about cats. Cats are the best block to energy attacks.
Actually, yes, that is correct.
Listen, this is the best. This is the best gold dog right here. This dog can get all ghosts out.
I've got cats everywhere in this fucking flat, man. I've got cats. That is correct, man. They'll run them fuckers out. They'll run them out. Dogs will bark and annoy the shit. Dogs will do an okay job, but they don't lead with dogs. Dogs just bark. They won't stop barking to give you a fucking, come on, stop barking. But cats will, they're in alpha mode, so they just stare at them. They'll stare into a corner for a long time.
Nicholas has 3 cats.
Yeah, there's cats do work.
Put up a wall in your mind. Who is your guardian?
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to catch up on some of this. Nicholas, 2 thumbs up, but the cat. Oh, yeah, BTW. Guess who's talking about how many times Douglas died on that day or re-died? Because I heard he died twice before. That's what I've heard. So this is the 3rd time him dying.
He died 3 times, and he died at 103. That's 103. Okay, 103. 13. Pretty much 13. Kobe Bryant, 13's down the fucking line. Look at his death. Look at all the dates. Look at the helicopter number. I even got the original helicopter. The original helicopter, the original numbers for the helicopter, if you guys do your own research, comes out to 13. 13. And then the other one was 13. And then 13. And 13. Oh, and the Super Bowl game. 49ers, 13. What was the score, Eric, for the football game?
31-20, wasn't it?
31-20. Okay, yeah. Well, 31-13. And then 20 is like 2 ones. I don't know. You break it down to its primes, 2 ones.
Oh, listen, I'm just glad Kansas City won, all right? All right. No fucking 49ers ever going to win. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, you guys out there, well, they're in your same conference. Fuck that. We grew up as kids, and we used to have a drunk guy come to our house while we're sleeping, screaming, wearing the 49ers ugly gold jacket, okay? Remember him? What was his name?
Oh, God, man. He was crazy.
He was Totten. Yeah, he was the town drunk. And he always came into our house, opened the door, screaming, and he always wore that ugly gold 49ers jacket. Sorry, guys. Fuck the Niners, all right? Sorry. Fuck that. I have nightmares of him. Chris Totten.
Yeah.
Chris Totten.
Yeah, we had no mother growing up. My dad raised us, so every guy, the guy would just walk into our house. God damn it, where's the beer? 49ers. Hey, we're asleep.
All year round. It didn't even matter what part of the year. He always came in screaming. A drunk guy. Yep. Negative energy attacks will build spirit. If you can make it through.
Oh, negative energy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think of porno. So if an evil spirit around me, like if I know there's a fucking evil entity, I think of soft porn. And then they usually try to get in your head. But if you're a little bit high and you're kind of laughing and then you start thinking about soft porn, they got nothing on you. They're like, they can't be evil to you. You're like, oh, yeah.
Hey, Drama Club, all you do is click on the link that I just put in the comments, and that'll bring you on the StreamYard. So it's not Skype at all. You just go to my chat. I just put it in there. If you want to jump on, give us more flavor. You're more than welcome. But you just click on the link that's below. That's all you do. Okay. The cats have the highest DMT levels.
Yeah, they're in alpha mode, man. Fucking cats are in alpha mode 24/7. They can just see They don't see what we see. They see other things that we don't see. They're like, they can see it. They can sense it. They're like, they know if something's inside the room. You look at a cat, you're just like, there's something in here. Them fucking cats are staring up in that corner. Well, those cats are all staring forward. Or those cats are all staring. All of them are looking in a space where there's nothing there for a long time. And you go, yeah, there's something in here. Then I immediately start thinking about soft porn and cartoons and comics.
Michael Healy died again on Brian's show yesterday.
What the fuck?
See how ugly I am without the hat, guys? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came back to life because we need you to watch this show. All right.
Yeah, I could have came back.
Cats and some weed is all you need.
Cats. Yeah. You can sit there and stare at a cat. I sometimes have a fishing pole and I'll have like a little bird on it and you can just smoke weed and just play with the cat. Just let, you know, no spirits will fuck with you because you're like laughing too much. It's just, as long as you stay positive, especially in this fake ass place, you know, fucking on the wait, what was it? What was it again? Was it a plane? What did we call it? What was it called again? What the spirit box say it was called again?
God. I gotta find it. Hold on. That was from
Fixed. It's fixed. Is the earth round or flat? It's fixed.
What does it say? The human eye can only see so many nanometers. Who knows what's above or below our spectrum?
Yeah, we don't know. I saw the weirdest things. I saw weird fucking things before. By accident, by pure accident. Oh, you put that? Yeah, you put other. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm sorry. I put the wrong one on there. My fault. Here we go. My bad. I didn't put the StreamYard. I put somebody's channel. But here you go.
Shit.
Sorry. If you want to jump on, you can jump on. You know, usually we go about 2 hours. I can give you an extra 10, 15 minutes. No problem. How did you guys find God?
God found me. I'm pissed off about it.
It's a good question.
Found me in 2016. I was an atheist.
Did you say, hold on, click link. You have you got StreamYard? That must be for the other person. Didn't you say that when you went in the basement, you ended up going back upstairs, you had a mark on your leg?
Yeah,
and you thought maybe that could have been God or somebody from heaven touching you, maybe?
No, that was a fucking dark entity. No,
that was a dark entity? Okay.
That was bad. That happened to me a couple times. That's that leg. And then they just recently got the other leg not too long ago. So they fucking fucked up my other leg. So no, it's the Britain. I've never gotten it. Oh, I got attacked one time in the States by something weird that I presumed to be fucking was weird. And then somebody witnessed only over here in England is fucking insane.
Hold on. It's important. Texas Danny says, I need two sub. All right, people. Sub Danny.
Sub
hey,
Danny.
We got Floyd Bingo coming on. So what's going on,
What's
Floyd?
up, Floyd? How are you, man?
How you doing?
What's up?
I've been meaning to come with you guys for a couple weeks. I just want to say thank you so much. Awesome shit. Awesome.
Thank you.
Gypsy, you I guess you caught one of my videos and you commented to come check you out. And I was out of this community. I have mixed feelings on it, but it's such great shit I'm seeing out here. And Robert, man, I don't mean to take anything away from you, Eric. This is awesome. Robert, you are my fucking man. You fucking nail it, man. You're in my head, brother. I swear to God. I just wanted to say thank you. If you want to check out my shit, you know, you could just click on the little fucking icon there for my channel. Check out. But awesome shit, guys. Thanks for bringing me back into this. It's just exciting to be back in here and just contemplating shit and trying to help out. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we try to be different. We're not the show that's going to show you residues and stuff. You know, we'll talk about it. We'll have a conversation, but we're not going to. Now, Bob does come out with some facts, with some residue, but we're not heavily based around just, you know, we're going to talk about the VW change. Here's everything about it. Hey, who's Kitty Cat? We got another person. Kitty Cat. What the hell is that?
No doubt. But, hey, they're all coming in now. But, I mean, you know, I'm not too much into the residue. I'm more on the spiritual end. But the fact that you guys touch it all makes such a fucking great community. I just want to say thank you. All right, you want to have this guy come on? I might have jumped in by accident. You know what I mean?
No,
So-
no problem. We thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
Peace,
all right,
guys. I'll see you soon again. Maybe we'll do a show together.
see you later, man.
Peace.
Talk to you later.
That's cool. Hello, Kitty Cat. How are you today? How may we help you, sir?
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Oh, very good. We're doing fantastic. Now that you're here, we're doing a lot better. Are you a male or female? Do you lick your whatevers? What is down there? Are you neutered?
I'm actually asexual.
Very good. Very good. So you're not neutered then?
You
Did
can't
you get-
neuter no parts.
Good, good. Because they'll actually over here in England they will remove your balls off a cat and they will give it back to the owner, like they want to keep them.
Upselling death. Death is a big market.
I know. That's good. That's good. A lot of death going around nowadays. How do you feel about the guy who just died? He was 103 years old.
He lived a great life.
He
a
did.
long life.
Was it Charleston Heston? Who was it? No, what was it? What was his name?
Charleston Heston from the NRA.
Oh yeah, NRA. Hell yeah. I was in the NRA. Eric's was in the NRA. Fuck yeah. But we got guns stolen. We were moving to Washington, dude. A fucking thief stole the whole half a truck full of rifles. We were upset. We got there. We contacted the NRA. No bullshit. We had the NRA thing with that little insurance thing. You felt a little insurance thing. People think it's a joke. No, they gave us money for the missing rifles. We bought more rifles when we moved NRA. Now people don't put down the NRA. They're fucking solid. They gave us a check for more rifles. I mean, we needed our rifles, man. We're going to Washington.
We all support the NRA over here.
Good. What part of the world are you coming from?
Oh, we come in from the depths of the underworld.
Very good. Is it Hades or are we talking to hell? Remember, there's two different types
about inner Earth, where all the Nordics are.
Very good. Are Nordics actually half reptilian? Is the question.
There's reptilians that live amongst them, but no, different species altogether.
I heard that the Palladians are actually fucking reptilians that are pretending to be humans.
More humans have reptilian blood than Palladians.
Ocean Girl.
Actually, you're correct.
Ocean Girl wrote, laugh out loud, who's Kitty Cat? We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know who Kitty Cat is.
That's the idea. This person does not want to say their name. They're talking about the depths of the fuck. They've got inside deep throat information about fucking hell. So give us some more about hell.
There's Sasquatch in hell. I want to know which one of you are from Seattle.
That's it. We're both in California, Central Valley.
I live in Seattle right now.
Yeah. I'm in
the Sasquatch laws up there.
You can't kill
Sasquatch in the state of Washington. If you shoot Bigfoot, it is actually considered manslaughter in the state of Washington.
Yeah. That's what he's hitting around to.
Yeah.
You could go to fucking prison if you shoot Sasquatch, man.
You have to prove that he really is attacking you, which I guess you could put a knife and a gun in his hand, I guess.
Well, he's a Gigantopithecus. Oh, Kitty Cat, do you think that Sasquatch is Gigantopithecus? What is your take?
The reason why I ask is because maybe I'm half Sasquatch, and that's why I have to wear a mask.
That's true. Do you have big hairy balls?
I do have hairy balls, but remember I told you I'm asexual.
Very good. Because
you're asexual. You're not going to try to kill us, are you?
No.
I don't mind.
Maybe.
I don't mind.
Maybe.
Are we talking? What kind of death are we talking? Are we talking hanging? We're talking crucifixions?
Well, it depends on what you're into, really.
Oh, that's a good question, Eric. What kind of death you want?
What kind of death I want? Well, let me see. I already flew out of a car. I flew out of a car. I got hit by a car. I got smashed by a car. I'm tired of getting killed by cars. Maybe I could fly in an airplane. Maybe an airplane. I could crash and die quickly this time.
Cool. That'd be cool. Could you provide it? Do we have to provide our own airplane, or do you have one on? Like, do you actually provide an airplane? Oh, Kitty Cat, do you provide
Kitty Cat, can you give us a plane, or how can I get on a plane so you can kill me?
What if I want a helicopter?
Believe it or not, I'm scared of heights.
Oh, well, that's not going to work.
Cats are scared of heights.
Don't make you You can't follow through with it. God damn it! So the death has to be a little bit more to the ground. Okay. Oh shit, we lost him.
We lost the kitty cat. What the? Damn.
Well, he doesn't have a pilot's license, so I don't think that's going to be a thing with the death with the helicopter or the plane. You don't have insurance anyway.
No.
That was great though. That was good.
A little bit disturbing now.
I learned a lot. I don't know about you guys. We don't discriminate on our show. I think that was pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid. Just as much information as Patrick the Painter provides, which is perfect.
Michael Haley, ha 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 ha, sick of being killed by a car. I'm serious. Hey, Michael, I as a baby, I flew out of a car. I got hit by a car when I was 7 years old. Flew out of my shoes.
Yeah.
A car ran right into, smashed the whole side. I'm not made for cars.
You know, me too. That's why I rode a motorcycle for years, and I got 3 motorcycle wrecks. You know, people ask me, here's a question. People say, what if, okay, we're here in Mandela Effect. Well, can we manifest? I don't fucking think so. But what I can say is what I would like to do. I want to travel the back of this freaking turtle on a scooter. People say, I rode motorcycles my whole life. I had a Harley Davidson. I had bikes. I had big bikes. I want to travel the back of this globe on not a Harley, but on a fucking scooter. I want to pack it up, full packet. I want to go 35. I want to go around the globe, not the globe, the back of the turtle, the plane, the whatever you want to call this. I'm geocentric. I'm a geocentric convert from 2016 forward now. But I would like to geocentrically travel on a scooter around the whole place. As weird as that may sound, as everyone says, what's your thing?
Well, guys, I think we hit that beautiful 2-hour mark. So we're gonna basically end the show. But hey, guys, go to the Witch Goddess site, sub her, let her know that you like seeing her on the show, because I love having different flavor on the show. I think she was great.
I think she was fantastic.
She was great, and she knew about the Mandela effect, which we didn't need to go into it. We didn't need to get deeply into it, but it's nice to have that different flavor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're not prejudiced in any community. We want everybody to come in and join us. And it's great that we got a lot of new people. A lot of people enjoyed it. And well, guys, we're going to end this with the intro that we started the show on. So here's the intro. We'll see you guys next day.
Just one touch and I'm lost inside your love. Just one touch.